welcome to MTV's news update for today, November 24, 2021. I'm Sandy Ramotar. First, our top headlines. NAPS to host HIV testing drive next week in Georgetown. Health Minister urges persons to take booster shots. More COVID vaccines to arrive soon. And in sport, 3 boxers to compete in Junior Pan Am Games. Now for the news in details. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, said several studies were used to guide a decision to begin the administration of booster shots of the COVID-19 vaccines.
The administration of the booster shots for persons 50 years and older, health workers, and persons with comorbidities began on Monday. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony had said that persons within these groups would be eligible for a third dose of a COVID-19 vaccine once the 6-month period has passed from the date they received their second jab. During today's COVID-19 update, Minister Anthony said that the Health Ministry was guided by studies before making the decision to begin the administration of the booster shots. Minister Anthony said that one of the first studies that was carried out by Israel in July of this year showed the efficacy rate of the vaccine after 6 months was reduced to 41%. He further noted that the most recent study carried out on the Indian-made AstraZeneca vaccine showed that the efficacy rate reduced to 44%, while the US-made Pfizer vaccine was reduced to 62.5%.
In addition to that, a lot of the stringent regulatory authorities, such as the FDA, in the United States would have considered the matter. They have expert advisory panels that will review the data submitted to them, and based on those reviews would have concluded that a booster dose is necessary. And in the case of the US, after the FDA would have considered it, you have another advisory panel that would review the same data and then advise the CDC. So we have seen the findings from the CDC that basically recommends an additional dose.
The health minister further noted that several other countries around the world carried out studies on the COVID-19 vaccines to which they all showed the efficacy rate reduced over time.
There are other studies in Europe pertaining to AstraZeneca that shows that it weans after 6 months. And there have been studies done in Russia pertaining to Sputnik and studies in the Middle East pertaining to Sputnik. So we have used all of these different studies to come up with the current formulation that we have in terms of giving booster doses.
The booster shots are available at all vaccination sites countrywide. For persons who took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, a booster shot of the Sinopharm vaccine is recommended 52 days after the dose. Those who took the Sinopharm vaccine can take the same vaccine as their booster shot 36 months after the second jab. It is advised that persons who have been immunized under the AstraZeneca vaccine can receive an mRNA vaccine, which should be taken 6 months after the second dose. A shot of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine can be used as a booster shot for the Sputnik V vaccine. Reporter for MTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffith.
Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton has put employers on notice that increased fines for labour breaches will be among the amendments to the Labour Act, which is expected to be tabled in the National Assembly soon. Here is Luan Williams.
Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton said his ministry is in the process of finalizing the amendments to the Labour Act. Minister Hamilton said he has requested a meeting with the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal, Senior Counsel, to discuss the amendments to the Labour Act. He hopes to meet with the Attorney General next month. After the meeting with the AG, Minister Hamilton said there will be a national stakeholder forum where persons can air their views and recommendations on the amendments.
Yes, just last week, Thursday I think, I met with all the senior officers and legal counsel here to finalize the amendments to different labor laws and to discuss new types of legislation that we want to recommend for to become part of the Labor Act.
The minister noted that the current fines that a person or an employer is entitled to pay whenever they breach labor laws are not enough to make them compliant with the law. Some of the fines attached to the Labor Act, as seen by this newscast, said employers may be fined $100 for failing to display abstracts of the Labor Act and regulations at the work site or failing to display them in a place where they are visible to employees. Furthermore, Section 11 of the Act states that, and I quote, "It shall be the duty of every employer in an occupation in respect to which rates of wages have been prescribed to keep such records of wages as are necessary to show that the provisions of this part are being complied with in respect of persons in his employment, and if he fails to do so, shall be liable on summary conviction in respect of each offense to a fine of $15,625 and also to a fine of $625 for every day during which the default continues after conviction." End of quote. For breaches such as failing to pay employees their wages in accordance with prescribed rates or agreed rates, employers could be made to pay a fine of $15,625 as outlined in Section 13(1) of the Labor Act. According to the Act, if the employer continues to disregard this Act, they will be fined again a sum of $46,875.
The fines will be raised substantially, more so at the level of labor and occupation safety and health oversight.
Luan Williams, Frem TV's News Update.
Several ministers of government yesterday met with residents of Mashabo and Lake Kapui, Region 2, to discuss developmental issues. The delegation included Amerindian Affairs Minister Pauline Sukai, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, Local Government and Regional Development Minister Nigel Darblal, and Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat. Among issues addressed were concerns relating to Amerindian land titling and agriculture. Minister Mustafa said the PPPC government will continue to live up to its philosophy of meeting the citizens at the grassroots level. He said there are a lot of opportunities available in the agriculture sector now as government moves to make the food sector a value-added one. Minister Darmlal said several projects are earmarked for next year which will bring major developments to Mashabo. Among them are plans to enhance information technology in the community with the procurement of laptop computers and digital tablets for teachers and students. During her remarks, Minister Sukai reminded that land titling is one of the commitments of the government. She pointed out too that the village's presidential grant was increased and urged residents to ensure that the facility be constructed to facilitate the ICT hub, a project spearheaded by the Prime Minister's office. Minister Sukai also handed over a 40 horsepower boat engine to Mashabo and Lake Kapui respectively to assist with transporting students to school. You're watching MTV's News Update. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Broaden your horizons when thinking about investing long-term. Buying shares in one of the companies traded on the Ghana Stock Exchange allows you to participate in the success of that company. Unlike interest from banks, dividends from shares are tax-free, and profit from any increase in share price does not incur capital gains tax. You can buy shares through a stockbroker. Visit www.gasci.com for details. Shares are freely transferable and can be sold for cash when needed. Invest through the stock exchange. One market, greater returns.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
The Central Housing and Planning Authority is kindly asking residents living in communities under the management of the department to desist from storing construction materials on roadways and road shoulders. Residents are also being asked not to block roadways or drains with construction materials. According to clauses 12 and 13 of the amended agreement of sale of restrictive covenants attached to titles issued from 2012, no storage of materials comprising earth, sand, stone, blocks, cements, timber and steel or mixing of concrete shall be permitted on the road or the road shoulders. Any materials on the road or the road shoulders must be cleared within 24 hours of being placed thereon. Residents are reminded that failure to adhere to clauses 12 and 13 will result in a penalty of $10,000 being charged per day of default. A message from the Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Give me one dembe for my whole family. Their bread is tasty.
Baked with love and passion by our dedicated team of fine bakers, we give you Dembake. With the same great quality you're used to, we now have a slightly new look. Here in Land of Canaan, we are ready to give you even more. Don't wait until you're hungry. Reach for a slice of Dembake. Dembake, healthy, wholesome living.
Are you building or renovating your home? Then come to Beeson for a wide range of aluminum and UPVC windows and doors. Get from single hung sash, awning, casement, sliding windows, plus sliding and swinging doors. All our products can be customized and fitted with insect screens and are sealed tight to withstand harsh weather conditions. At Beeson's, we also carry commercial, glass and French doors, showcases, aluminum louvers, curtain walls, aluminum rails, plus sliding and frameless shower doors. So look no further. Visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site or call 622-4197 or 623-4197. Beeson Windows and Doors, built with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
This is MTV's News Update. Welcome back. The National AIDS Program Secretariat will be hosting an HIV testing drive in key areas of Georgetown next week in observance of World AIDS Day. Here is more.
Program Manager at the National AIDS Program Secretariat, Dr. Tariq Jagmoran, said there are a number of activities that are planned for World AIDS Day. World AIDS Day is held every year on 1st of December. The theme for this year is End Inequalities, End HIV, and Pandemics. NAPS will be hosting an HIV testing drive where they will be targeting key areas where there is a high prevalence of female sex workers. Persons who are interested in knowing their status can come out and get tested at the various sites free of cost.
One of the things we're hoping to achieve is we want to have a national HIV testing at key high prevalence sites, and so you will be seeing us in various parts of the communities like Kitty Seawall, Parika Market.
Dr. Jagnarai noted that an educational campaign will also be rolled out to reduce inequalities and stigma against persons who are living with the disease. In addition to this, discussions will be held to educate these persons on a healthy diet.
As you're aware, they face a lot of issues with a declining immune system. And so an approach towards their diet would have to be quite tailored. And so we want to teach persons how to eat and live much better.
Luan Williams, from TV's News Update.
The Women Chamber of Commerce and Industry said it is looking forward to market its women-led businesses in the oil and gas sector at Guyana's Petroleum and Energy Sector Conference slated for February next year. More from Rihanna Griffith.
The Women Chambers of Commerce and Industry Guyana has registered to participate in the Guyana Energy Conference. This is according to President of the Women Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Rowena Elliott. Some of the services offered include strategic recruitment, health and safety, and waste management in the oil and gas sector.
The idea is to ensure that we are placed in the same realm, we're able to display and showcase the fact that we have a lot of businesses that are owned by locals and that are owned by women that can compete in certain ways. Especially, we have a lot of service industry businesses, whether it's whether it's women or not women owned but women led agencies that can really supply different things to the sector.
She said the women-led businesses will gain international exposure that will benefit them significantly.
It'll definitely build confidence. It'll definitely put confidence in the businesses themselves, but also from somebody looking on. Once they start to get this exposure and things start to happen differently in Guyana, and then they see these people come a bit more to the forefront, they're gonna be able to have that confidence as well. So you're looking at investor confidence and then even the local business confidence level.
The Georgetown Chambers of Commerce and Industry has partnered with the Guyana Oil and Gas Energy Chamber to organize the Guyana Energy Conference and Exhibition. The conference is set to be held on the 14th and 15th of February 2022. The Energy Conference is intended to move the energy discussion beyond oil and gas by bringing together foreign and local investors and the government in productive engagements to seek collaborations that will lead to transformative energy projects. Reporter for NTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffith.
Contractor for the geometric improvement of the Placengian Road project, Vera 66 Logistics, has been working overtime to complete the project on time. This was disclosed by Ministry of Public Works Manager of Traffic Safety and Maintenance, Kester Hines. Hines said due to the inclement weather, contractors are working until 10 p.m. as the aim is to complete the project by the end of the year. He said the bad weather has been interfering with the costing of the drains. To date, the $42.6 million project, which will improve access for pedestrians, is about 48% completed. Upon completion, the project will be 3 meters wide and will also cater for pedal cyclists. Hines said the project will create a safe environment for students of nearby schools. Meanwhile, Minister of Public Works Juan Edgell, who visited the project in October, said it showcases the lighter side of the development the government is undertaking. The project commences at the roundabout and will end at Bar Street in the first phase. The second phase will see it being extended to Lamaha Street. More news coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Are you running around looking for construction materials? Well, run down to Lens for affordable, high-quality building supplies. We have the widest range of grade A floor and wall tiles in any shape, size, and designs. And all types of ceramics, porcelain glazed, and full-body porcelain. We stock the largest collection of large format tiles. Check out our porcelain slabs as big as 10 feet by 4.5 feet. Add a bit of elegance with our large range of decorative molding. Our line of PPG paints will give you vibrant colors that won't fade. With our wall and ceiling gypsum system, it's light, durable, and fast. So come down to Lens at 136 Cherry Street, which is next to Buddy's and Pizza Hut, for that 31 years of Lens quality.
Jungle Jam! Jungle Jam! Jungle Jam! Find as many as you can. Jungle Jam! Jungle Jam! The animals are waiting. Monkeys, giraffes, dinosaurs. Real excitement in a chocolate bar. Elephant, toucan, jaguar. Which ones will you find? Young in the Jungle Jam! Jungle Jam! Find as many as you can. Jungle Jam! Jungle Jam! Which ones will you find?
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket today could make you rich today.
Looking for fresh, tender, and flavorful meat? Then check out Rossignol Butchery for steaks, burgers, sausages, minced meat, fish, and chicken. For a tasty, attractive cocktail, we have a wide variety of packaged deli meats and cheeses to decorate your platter. We also stock a wide assortment of canned goods, seasoning salt, sauces, and marinade, all in a highly hygienic, welcoming atmosphere with warm and welcoming staff to cater to all your needs. Rossignol Butchery, we meet your needs. 73 to 74 Church Street, Georgetown. Telephone number 223-00.
It's that festive time of the year again, and Gaffers will be making Christmas special for more than 100 lucky customers. Shop at any of our 7 complexes countrywide for a chance to win one of 60 power tools, one of 18 microwaves, one of 12 smart televisions, one of 6 complete AC split units, and one of 6 motorcycles. Simply spend $10,000 or more in our retail stores to earn an entry. Drawings take place on the 1st, 10th, and 20th of December. So the more you shop, the more you can win at Gaffers.
You're tuned to MTV's News Update. Guyana is expected to procure several thousand doses more COVID-19 vaccines later this year to ensure inoculation countrywide.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said a batch of the Pfizer vaccines is expected in the country next month. As these vaccines arrive, they will be distributed countrywide. He noted too that the government is actively working to procure a number of other vaccines.
And we have some other vaccines that we'll get in the first quarter of next year, which includes Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and J&J.
Minister Anthony has said that enough vaccines will be available to vaccinate the entire population. The Health Ministry is also working to procure the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. So far, 397,612 or 77.5% of the adult population have received their first jab of a COVID-19 vaccine, while some 272,701 or 53.2% of the adult population have been fully immunized. Report for MTV's News Updates, Rihanna Griffith.
Guyana Online Academy of Learning Goal, in partnership with Treaty Emerge, will be offering blended technical training scholarships to Guyanese interested in pursuing careers in the oil and gas industry.
The Ghana Online Academy of Learning, GOAL, in collaboration with Treaty Emerge, will be offering technical training scholarships to Guyanese interested in the oil and gas industry. The Treaty Energy Group is an energy sector training and competency company that offers an extensive portfolio of training solutions. Director of the Online Academy, Professor Jacob Opadia, said due to the booming oil and gas sector, President Ali is keen on creating a qualified workforce that is competitive with the rest of the world. Obadiah explained that the estimated 6-week course will ensure successful participants attain an Engineering Construction Industry Training Board ECITB Level 1 qualification. The qualification is internationally recognized and accredited, which will allow participants to demonstrate the required level of technical competence. GOAL said successful participants will effectively operate and address challenges within the industry and continuously develop further competencies in the workplace. The courses will encompass a blend of e-learning and practical training at Emerge facilities in Georgetown and will be delivered across 3 stages. Emphasis on safety awareness, range and safety system at work will be the focus during the Phase 2 stage, while in Stage 3, participants can choose from one of the 3 technical pathways to successfully achieve their qualification, such as rigging and erecting, structural mechanical piping, SMP, operative and fabric maintenance, coating and scarf folding. A minimum of 5 CXC GCE subjects is required, and applicants must have access to a laptop or computer and internet connectivity. The online portal for the application process is available on GOAL's website from today, and the deadline for submitting application is on December 8 at 12 a.m. Luan Williams from MTV's News Update.
Several extension officers of the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, are currently undergoing training to operate a new tablet-based data collection system. The new gadgets, which were donated by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, will strengthen the monitoring systems for gathering and assessing production data. It will also allow extension officers to transmit information relating to pest and disease attacks, crop and soil type, and other real-time data from the fields to the server at NARI's main office. NARI's computer specialist, Andrew Razak, told the Department of Public Information that the training course is at phase 2 with approximately 75 officers from regions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10 benefiting. He said the agency wants to ensure that every individual operating the digital handbook understands the system entirely. As such, NARI's information technology team is currently hosting one-on-one tutorial across the various districts. To ensure the new system is maintained and works effectively, NARI will also provide each device with 1 gigabyte of data every month. The $3 million donation included 30 tablets, 10 of which were handed over in April of this year, tablet cases, a server, a backup battery, and external hard drive. Now for tonight's edition of Star Technology Wrap.
Hello everyone, great news from Star Computers. We have started our Black Friday deals on now. You can get up to 30% off selected items. Currently we have 30% off STEM items, 25% off selected bags, and also up to 15% off selected headphones and printers. There's a lot more awesome deals for you to come down and check out too. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and also you can come down to our branch at 59 Brick Dam and check us out. So don't miss it. Shop early and save at Star Computers, and I hope to see you soon.
Take a look at tips for healthy living, brought to you with the kind compliments of Natura's high and low milk powder, distributed by Dabby's Variety.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra goodness of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
Stomach cancer, commonly known as gastric cancer, is an abnormal growth of cells that begins in the stomach and can affect any part of it. Stomach cancer occurs most commonly in persons aged 55 and older, and men are more likely to develop stomach cancer than women. Symptoms of stomach cancer includes nausea and vomiting, difficulty swallowing, heartburn, loss of appetite, weight loss, tiredness, bloating, and vomiting blood in advanced stages. The main causes of stomach cancer are genetic mutation, change in cells of the stomach, which causes the cells to grow rapidly and eventually form a tumor. Several risk factors that increases a person's chances of getting stomach cancer are family history, smoking, obesity, infection from Helicobacter pylori bacteria, a diet high in salt, and a diet that does not include many fruits and vegetables. In the early stages, when the cancer is limited to the uppermost layer of the stomach, the cancer can be removed through an upper endoscopy performed by a gastroenterologist. In this procedure, the tumor is dissected from the rest of the gastric wall and removed through the mouth. Once the tumor invades beyond the superficial layers of the stomach, surgery will be required to remove the stomach and connect the esophagus, the tube through which the food passes, to the small intestines to allow for digestion. Radiation therapy uses high-powered beams of energy to kill cancer cells, whereas chemotherapy uses chemicals to kill the cancer cell. These treatments are generally combined. Severe stage of stomach cancer can be treated through a gastrectomy surgery. There are two stages of this surgery. These are partial gastrectomy surgery. This particular procedure removes part of the stomach. Doctors typically remove lymph nodes and fatty tissues as well to help ensure all the cancer is gone. whereas the total gastrectomy surgery involves doctors remove the entire stomach surrounding lymph nodes and fatty tissues. There are also several drugs to treat stomach cancer. The treatment of these drugs depends on how severe the cancer is and is decided upon by a doctor after diagnosis. Stomach cancer can be prevented by a limited amount of tobacco and alcohol you use, avoiding smoked and pickled food and salted meats and fish. This can also be prevented by increasing the amount of fresh fruits and vegetable intake, along with eating a lot of grainy food such as pasta and rice.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nights of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
The ISG and MTV's Sport Update is next. Stay tuned.
When reliability is not an option, you need a supplier you can trust. This skilled technician depends on Forfan & Mendes for heavy-duty tools. This landscaper earns a living using still equipment. High rates of production and recovery lead to this sawmiller trusting his operation to Wood Miser. Mothers trust the water filtration systems for the health of their families. Thanks to the automatic backup systems, you'll never be left in the dark again. Forfan & Mendes, offering you solutions you can depend on.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the two most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
From the arms of nature emerges a unique blend of oils. Introducing the Schilling Inhaler. Refreshing, stimulating, cooling. The fastest, most natural way to ease congestion. Breathe easier. The Schilling Inhaler from the makers of Schilling Oil, distributed by Massey Distribution.
It's time to stock up and save big in a massive pre-Christmas sale on Softex tissues. Buy a bale of 24 rolls for only $1,000. That's right, 24 rolls for just $1,000. This deal is only available direct from our factories at Softex Manufacturing, Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site. Remember the deal, one bale, 24 rolls, $1,000. So hurry and save big before the holidays. For more information, call 622-4197 or 623-4197.
Fibertech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.
There are high hopes for talented local boxer Alicia Jackman to perform well as she heads off with Guyana's junior boxing delegation to compete at the Junior Pan American Games. Local boxers Travis Inverary, Patrick Harvey, and Alicia Jackman recently departed for the Games, set for November 25th to December 5th in Cali, Colombia, under the guidance of AIBA three-star coach Terrence Poole. President of the Guyana Boxing Association, Steve Nenval, noted that this is one of the association's best prepared teams.
We expect them to give up their best. As I said earlier, we have provided them with the necessary tools, and it's just now for them to go and execute. Of course, this will allow us to gauge where we are with our nursery, because they are part of our nursery.
Of the trio, Alicia Jackman is the only boxer who has been able to compete last year. She won gold in February of 2020 at the Ronald Wilson Memorial Tournament in Barbados.
If you ask me from a personal point of view, I expect Miss Alicia Jackman to do well. I expect the Patrick Harvey and Travis Inverary also to do well. But we're more leaning towards Miss Jackman. From a personal standpoint, again, I would expect that in the near future, that our females will start taking over from where the males have left off.
Nenval added that the performance of these boxers will allow the association to gauge the skills of its nursery boxers. In cricket news, 7 West Indies wickets fell on the 4th day of the Gale Test against Sri Lanka. This is according to ESPN Cricinfo. West Indies cricketer Nkrumah Bonner said while adjusting his style of play for the second innings produced better results, the team is not satisfied with where they are currently.
Yeah, well, obviously, in the first innings, I lunged at a ball, probably could have played back. I look at the video and I did some adjustment in my mind because it's all mental up here. So obviously, that was my game plan for today. I feel everyone is disappointed. It's the nature of the sport. People will get out in cricket, and that will happen. It's just up to me and Josh and the rest of batters, to try to get the job done.
Sri Lanka's spinners Ramesh Mendis and Lasith Mbuldeniya ran through the West Indian batting lineup to leave them reeling at 52 for 6 at the stumps. They needed a further 296 runs to win with just 4 wickets in hand. Much like the first innings, it was the off-spin of Mendis that did much of the damage as he accounted for 4 more West Indian wickets to take his match tally to 7. Mbuldeniya grabbed the other 2 wickets that fell. Sri Lanka's spinners have so far been responsible for 15 of the 16 in this match.
Well, we have about 640 ball, I think, to bat tomorrow. If me and Josh can bat majority of that, obviously we want to play each ball on its merit, respect the bowlers and put away the bad balls. So, it's a simple plan tomorrow, just a bad time and to score as much runs as possible too.
In other news, the Berbice Cricket Board BCB made history in September when they produced their historic coaching manual. They are the first cricket board in Guyana and perhaps the Caribbean to publish its own coaching manual for youths.
We'll be working along with some friends to produce a cricket video, coaching video, that will be placed on YouTube, and clubs will be given DVDs to have their cricketers train along with the booklet.
This coaching video is set to be completed before the end of the year. The coaching manual is a 32 pages full-colored and was prepared by a special panel of cricket coaches to allow young players to work on their game at home during the pandemic. President of the board, Hilbert Foster, noted that this year's coaching manual will not be a one-time thing.
It will be done on an annual basis because we have made it was supposed to be a black and white coaching manual, but as you might have noticed, the book that I handed to you is a full course. It's a little bit expensive, but it will be updated on an annual basis, and we're hoping along with the video that it will play a major part in the development of cricketers, because as you know, at the moment, Berbice produces the majority of players for Guyana and the West Indies.
Foster added that the production of this video and continued production of coaching manuals are important to give cricketers in the county the tools to carry on the legacy of other talented Berbice cricketers that came before them. And finally, 2 Norwegian reporters were arrested by police in Qatar this week and held in detention for some 30 hours, according to their employer, drawing criticism of the Gulf nation from Norway's Prime Minister. This is according to Reuters. Journalists Halvor Ekeland and Lokman Gorbani were in Qatar to report on preparations for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The 2 journalists were released yesterday and left the country shortly after, but their equipment was confiscated. Qatar defended the arrest, adding that the reporters had been detained following complaints of trespassing by the owner of a private property. Qatar's hosting of the quadrennial football tournament will be the first by a Middle East country. However, it has been controversial, casting a spotlight on conditions for migrant workers, LGBTQ+ rights, and allegations of corruption. Players of Germany, the Netherlands, and Norway have worn shirts before World Cup qualifiers, voicing concerns over human rights in the host nation. Qatar has defended its progress on human rights, including recent labor reforms, but has also cautioned that there was more work to do. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has defended the decision by football's governing body to award the tournament to Qatar and encouraged persons to attend the event. Norway failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. For MTV Sports Update, Jessica Callender.
That brings us to the end of Sport Update, which was brought to you with the kind compliments of ISG. More after the break.
Welcome to Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., Guyana's sole distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, SKF bearings, seal and belts, international trucks and parts, and Napa batteries. With a bond capacity of 30,000 square foot, we offer superior brands at affordable prices and the best after-sales service. ISG supplies sustainable integrated solutions to make your business a growing success. Visit us at our new main office at Lot 4Q Peters Hall. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
Brings down the curtain on tonight's newscast, but before we go, here's a reminder of our top stories. NAPS to host HIV testing drive next week in Georgetown. Health Minister urges persons to take booster shots. More COVID vaccines to arrive soon. And in sport, 3 boxers to compete in Junior Pan Am Games. Catch our rebroadcast tomorrow at 6:30. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, where the news can be viewed live at 19:30. On behalf of our news and technical teams, Sandy Ramutar saying stay safe and goodbye for now.